Hi everybody, it's John back at you again with another video, and today we actually have a tutorial. So if you're a regular watcher, welcome back, and if this is the first video you've seen, my name is John of JWH Millinery and this is my channel. We talk about hats, we do reviews, we do news, and we do tutorials, and I haven't done a tutorial for a while, so this is my first one in a long time. So today we are going to be transforming this into this. So if you're interested in how we put all this together, keep on watching. I've already gone ahead and I've done a bit of work, so I've already blocked this buntle mat from Be Unique in Aqua. This I have stiffened with some stiffener from Tom Arena. It's the first time I've used that stiffener, and actually it's pretty stiff, and I blocked it on this block. Now I can't remember the name of this block, so I'll get that in the description box and going along the screen now. And what I've also done is I have blocked a bit of buckram into the divot here already, because we're going to need that for stability at the bottom. And this was blocked just like that. So what I'm going to do is, this is all ready to go. The buckram is still a little bit wet, so we're going to leave that to go and dry, and then we're going to move on to the next section. So what you would need to do is block your base, block a little bit of buckram for support at the bottom, and then we're moving on to the next section. Okay, so you got that blocked and you got it drying. Let's start working on the sort of like the trimming side of it. So I have some yellow neon Silka Backer from Petersham's Millinery, and we're going to cut this in half. So we've got 1/2 meter here, so you want to cut it lengthwise down the middle, and we're going to wire it. So let me just cut that off camera and I'll be back. Change the camera, as you can see, and so we have our 2 strips of the backer here. I've also gone ahead and cut out 2 matching lengths of soft millinery wire. This is a yellow one from Petersham's, and it's quite bendy and it's quite flexible, so this is what I'm using this. And what we're going to be doing is, you want to, let me get some pins, and just start with one for now. So we'll put this to one side, and one of these, and you want to bring the 2 edges together and just pin them down, maybe a little bit further in, like that. So you've got like an inch, and we're going an inch about there, and then what we're going to do is, using some matching needle and thread, we're going to, so just line that up with the top, turn it over at the top, and we're going to stitch that down. So let me do a close-up shot so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I've got my raw edges pinned together here, and because we're going to be hiding this end, so it doesn't matter if your wire is sticking out a little, as you can see here. What we're going to do is turn that edge over, and we'll just stitch that down so it's kind of trapped. If you go all along this length, stitch it down, and then we're going to turn it over again and just stitch, just catch one of the layers so you can't really see your stitches, just like that. And then on this side you can't really see your stitches. So I'm going to stitch this wire all along this entire 2 lengths. It's going to be a little time consuming, but at the moment we've got plenty of time to be able to do this. So I'm going to crack on with this, and hopefully my base and my buckram will have dried by then. Right, so it's the next day and I have gone ahead and I have edged this piece with the wire, and I've also edged it with a bit of, this is a pink velvet ribbon which matches pretty to the headband, so I've done that. I've also gone ahead and taken my buckram piece and I've lined it, obviously put the edge, so this is your buckram piece, and that is going to sit on the inside of this, very similar to this, so just in the centre there. And with the second piece of this, I've actually turned it into like a flower, so that's going to sit on the edge of the hat, very similar to that. So this is what we're going to do. Ooh. So what you need to do next is you need to take this base and take your head, just like this, and you want to figure out where you want it to sit. So I ideally want mine to sit like this, and I also want the headband, instead of it being straight like this, I actually want it kind of further forward like that, so when you have this on the side like this, you still get to see some of that headband, just like that. And then, so let me just pin that into place, and then this is going to sit something like that, so you can kind of start to see how it's going to look. But the reason why we're putting that in place is because we need to figure out where does this want to go, because I want a little bit of support for this, because we're going to be putting stitches here, and it'd be good for you to hide your stitches with this. So, and you don't have to use this, I just wanted to put like a little bit of a lining on the inside, and you'll be able to see what it looks like once we've got that. So we'll just take this off, put your lining back inside, and we'll just pin that, and then we'll figure out where does that want to sit. Okay, so now you need to know where you're going to position your base onto the band. So now you need to take this blue off, so we'll just hold on to that base, we'll take this blue off and pin that down. Where have my pins gone? Pin that down onto your headband, just so you can see where you're going to need to put some stitches, just like this. And you want to put some stitches to attach their base onto the headband. So I'm going to do that, and if you look here, this is where my seam is here. So I've hidden all my sort of seams of this at the top of that, so you can't see that. I'm going to stitch this into place. I'll be back with you in a second. So we have our headband attached, just like this. So that's going to sit nicely like this. And now, so we're going to put that to one side for now. In fact, we'll take it off the headband, off the head, and we'll just pop this back on here like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to drape this around the brim. Drape it however you want. What I would suggest doing is your ends, make sure you hide your ends unless you've finished them nicely. I haven't, because I knew I was going to be hiding them. So I'm thinking of starting here, having it come round and then up and over the top of the brim to hit that rose. So I'm going to scoot you into a different angle so you can see this, and let's crack on. Okay, so I'm thinking of starting here because I want it to come round, up and over the top. So I'm just going to pin that down. This is when you probably need a mannequin which is a bit more secure instead of it moving around. Because I was playing with this off camera and I was like, oh Jesus. So just fold, bend that wire around as you go in around just to help you support. Okay, so this bit I like here, so I'm going to put a pin there. Just to support it. And then kind of want to hide a bit of that pink there. And if you look here, we're covering that join, so it doesn't really matter if you haven't finished your ends. So I'm just going to pin that here. So what I'm going to do now with this side is just curl it over a little bit, just so it's going over. I just want to go more like this, because that will then sit underneath the flower thing that we've made already. So what I'm going to do is you need to now stitch this, so hide your stitches, maybe put, you know, a stitch here, a stitch there, maybe one here, just where it's lifting up from the base of the hat, and just stitch that down. And then what we're going to do next, we'll add this to the underside, and then we'll start attaching the flower. So let me stitch all this together. So I'll stitch this down, I'll stitch this, and I'll stitch this, and then we'll come back. So I have attached the headband and I've sewn it all around, so it's all now in place, it's all one item. And now we're going to attach this little flower, and all I've done is, let me just unravel it. It's just that one length, and all I've done is I've just curled it up on itself. And just fashioned it into a flower. Now, to be fair, with this you probably didn't need to wire it. It would have done it perfectly on its own. So you know, you don't really need to wire that, but I have, so it's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pin that together there, and then this end here is going to go at the bottom of this curl here, and we just want to angle it so then it sits just on the top of this headband, just here. So I'm going to pin that all together, I'm going to sew this together, I'm going to tidy it up a little bit, just make sure it's looking nice and flower like, and then we're going to go and we're going to start bejeweling this headband. There you go. Now I have sewn it all down, and I've also, I mean, this would be done, but I have actually gone ahead and added a row of these gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Can you see them sparkle? Oh, these are Swarovski bicones in citrine, 6mm bicones. Oh, I just love these. So yeah, I just added like a row along there, and you are done. So that is this neon 80s inspired piece that unfortunately you can't wear to Ascot, but you could wear it to do the washing up. So there we go, one finished piece, and it's nice to have finished this. So there's a bit of Swarovski crystals along there. We've got the nice little flower made with a silk bacca. We've got the buntal mat that was from Peterson. No, this is from Be Unique, and this was from Peterson's as well. So yeah, and there's a look from all angles, and I'll put a better shot in for you in a second. It's quite big, and I kind of wanted to go like, as it was coming together, I was like, it's definitely 80s. It's giving me like an 80s neon vibe. So that's kind of what I wanted to go with this. So yeah, that's this hat. Now, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for getting this far. It's nice to do a tutorial again. Let me just put this down somewhere. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button, and the subscribe button is there as well. Leave me a note in the comments. All interaction helps this video get seen. It gets pushed to other people. The more people that see it, the better this channel grows. That means I can produce more content for you guys. It's nice to be doing a tutorial again. I am very excited about the future of this channel. I've got a lot of things in plan. I've scrapped a lot of my videos because I've just had to, due to moving and everything, but I'm back. So when I'm recording this, I'm going to go now and tidy up my flat because I've got a live stream tonight. I'm going to be live streaming every Thursday at 6 o'clock Australia time, which will be 9 o'clock in the morning UK time. And if you don't live in the UK or Australia, then figure out what time it is. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you follow me on all my social media. It's listed in the description box below. My name is John. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.